My daddy's hugs and a kiss goodnight. Mama's cooking 'cause it just tastes right. And a shooting star in a cold clear Texas sky. My best friend's birthday and a summertime swim. Cold ice cream and a frozen grin. And a rainy day with covers pulled up.
Welcome to the Hot Mommas Project 2012-2013 Global Awards announcement. I'm Rebecca Cooper, a longtime fan of the Hot Mommas Project and also anchor of Washington Business Report on ABC 7 News. I've had occasion to meet many world and business leaders from the White House to the corner office during my career. The Hot Mommas Project is about leadership in all aspects of our lives, at work and at home. This type of holistic leadership is critically important. Exposure to role models and mentors builds confidence and career success for women and girls. We also know that in places where women thrive, economies thrive, from corporations to countries. Here's the process these inspirational women today encountered as they wrote their cases, a term and teaching methodology made famous by Harvard Business School. First, Hot Mommas Project authors are nominated. Next, they share their stories on the project's website to serve as role models and mentors for women and girls around the world. Then they're judged by a panel of prestigious judges who are world leaders in the corporate, government, publishing, and arts industries. Finalists were determined, then winners were selected in major regions and countries, major categories, as well as an overall top 3 global winner. The dedication of these women is remarkable. To all the women, girls, and their families and friends watching around the world today, congratulations. This is a time to celebrate the role models and mentors in your life and work. And now I'd like to turn this over to the founder of the Hot Mommas Project, Kathy Corman-Fry, a friend and an inspiration, who will get us started with the announcement of winners.
Thanks, Rebecca. That was a fantastic introduction. The team and I really appreciate it, as well as your support both on and off the camera the past few years. You're a true supporter and a true hot mama. So what is a hot mama? Let's start off with that. Aside from the attention-getting name, we here at the project define a hot mama as someone who is 18 or over, a dynamic woman, and in our project, it's someone who really shares their story as a mentor or a role model so that others may learn. Now, at this point, and really since 2010, we are now the world's largest women's case study library. So we're proud of that accomplishment, and we couldn't do it without you authors, supporters, judges, and general fans out there. Thank you so much. Now next, we want you to know a couple announcements. Number one, during our web telecast, first ever, thank you so much for being here, we want you to tweet your pictures, comments to HMP13. So that's hashtag HMP13. The best watch party pictures are going to get some prizes. So if you didn't catch that on our blog, I'm telling you now, you don't want to miss some of these cool prizes that we're going to be giving out to the best watch party pictures tweeted to HMP13. Also, we have a downloadable awards program. So on this program, you will see links to our fabulous judges, all of our winners, our team, and our sponsors and our partners. You will also see a link where you could support us. For $35, you can support a case author for a year. $70, you can support 2 case authors, and so on and so on. It's very easy, and this is how we are able to keep the case studies free. Case study is just a fancy word for a story, and as Rebecca told you, it was a term made famous by Harvard Business School. We're rooted in education, and you all have really helped us propel and push the limits of women's education to a new level. So thank you for that. Now, a couple quick announcements. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the Center for Entrepreneurial Excellence at the George Washington School of Business. Whenever we have an event, they are there to support us with free space right in the center of DC. So thank you very much. We're also included in their mission, which is quite a statement in terms of how that center believes in and supports women entrepreneurs. I'm on the faculty there and teach women's entrepreneurial leadership. But for an organization actually to take us in and include us in their mission, that's a big statement, so thank you. I'd also like to include our judges in our big thank yous. These are very prestigious, high-ranking individuals in a variety of industries. For them to take time out of their incredibly busy schedules to read our authors' cases, score our authors' cases, comment on our authors' cases, and they're so enthusiastic about our authors. I can't tell you what it means to us. They are real supporters in the field of women's leadership, so thank you. Our sponsors and our partners help us get the word out and make sure events like this can happen. Thank you so much, and we hope you really appreciate our acknowledgement in the downloadable awards brochure, which you'll see on hotmommasproject.com. And last, my team. They are overachievers that you cannot believe. Hope, Hannah, Matt, Sonia, and Ify, our curator, who also represented us at TEDx this past year. Thank you so much. I also can't forget Paul McConaughey, who's the head of our men's auxiliary, who nominates at a level that is really superhuman. A lot of our winners and our case authors are because of you, so thank you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Lyons with All News 99.1, the CBS All News radio station in Washington. I was so impressed by Kathy's story and her ability to bare her soul and share her real struggles with bulimia. While I may write and tell stories for a living, hers was especially impressive because she did tell a story that so many women may feel but are afraid to share. Kathy, you're a very acceptable woman, and you should feel good being a global role model for other women as part of the Hot Mommas Project. Congratulations.
Hi, this is Kathy Wilson, and the first thing that I want to say is that it is an honor to be included among all of these category winners. I've had an opportunity to read some of the case studies, and they are truly phenomenal, and this is just an amazing experience for me. Who inspired me to write this case study? It would have to be Kathy herself. She sent me an email after reading one of my blogs and thought I would make a good case study subject. And in years past, I've heard about the competition, but the little voices in my head would tell me, you know, you're not so special. Nobody wants to hear your story. Other women's stories will be so much more impactful. But this year she caught me at the right time and the right place, and I decided to participate. The other person who inspired me is my old coach, Margarita Rosenfeld. She's the coach I was talking about in the case study who really drew out the word unacceptable through an exercise we were doing together. That word has really changed my life. It's helped me to really embrace all of the things that I thought were unacceptable about myself and helped me to be more powerful in my own life. If there were a message that I want to give to young girls and women in general, it would be that you can't stay warm with a holy quilt. And what I mean by that is you can't be your most powerful self if your story has holes in it. All of the challenges, the disappointments, bad choices, physical makeup, these things that we think are unacceptable about ourselves, we have to learn to embrace all of those things. They're all a part of our quilt. We have to embrace them all in order to be our most powerful selves. The idea is not to be perfect, to strive for some social ideal. The idea is to be powerfully imperfect and to know that everything about me has come together to make me my most powerful self. So thank you so much. This is such an honor, and I am so excited again to be included in such an amazing group of women. Thank you.
Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Next, we have our category winners. These are authors who stand out in major categories that are important in the field of women's leadership, and as many of you will see, are important in general. You can read more about these categories in our downloadable awards program, but some of you will recognize the categories right off the bat. From STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, to health, to mentorship, all the way to something as impactful as survivorship. Please watch this video that we've prepared to honor our major category award winners for the 2012-2013 round of the Hot Mommas Project Global Case Competition. Thank you.
You made my day unforgettable. How you push the clouds away, that's unforgettable. The way you came in my life, picked me up, turned me around, baby, that's unforgettable. I can't love like you can see my heart and it's stormy weather. It was rough at first, but you stuck around. You helped me to stabilize my shaky ground. When trouble came my way, you helped me turn the other way, baby. That's all unforgettable. Baby, made my day unforgettable. How you pushed the clouds away. That's unforgettable. The way you came in my life, picked me up, turned me around, baby. That's unforgettable.
Hello everyone, my name is Trina Fletcher and I am the co-founder of Tina and Trina LLC, Dream Girls DMV and Dream Girls ARK, and also a PhD student at Purdue University studying engineering education. And I was very inspired by Iman's story, and one of the main reasons why is because of her encouragement for women and girls to realize that even though we live in a man's world, it would be nothing without the work that we're doing. And her story speaks to that very clearly. The work that she's doing in North Africa and the Middle East actually encouraged me and sparked me my interest and desire to get involved. And so now I'm actually doing some work in West Africa. So I've met many girls that I know will be inspired by her story, and I look forward to sharing her story with more young women and girls in the future. So keep up the great work. Congrats on being a part of the Hot Mamas Case Study Project, which is one of the largest in the world, and also becoming a permanent mentor for them and being able to continue doing what you're doing through yet another avenue. So yeah, keep it up. Congrats, and congrats to all of the other winners, and a huge shout out to the Hot Mamas Project for the work that they're doing and the information that they're sharing for women and people all across the world. Congrats, Iman.
When I was asked to contribute a case study to the Hot Mamas Project, I thought to myself, well, what could I possibly write that would inspire other women? So you can imagine how surprised I was when I got the congratulatory email. It's an honor to be accepting this award, and I accept it on behalf of all the strong women who have been role models in my life and who have helped shape me into the person that I am today. I'd like to thank our family's Iron Lady, my mother, who has been the epitome of commitment, dedication, and strong will. Everything I strive to be, and so much more. I'd also like to thank my father, who brought up his 4 daughters and his 2 sons as equals. From him I learned that the secret to success is hard work. Something I'd like to share? My grandmother always likened life to a room. She said that it was up to you to reach up and to switch on the lights, or switch the lights off and just live in darkness. So ladies, the choice is yours. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was really inspiring. Thank you so much to Iman for that fantastic story. Now, I do want to have a little reminder here at this midpoint to remember to tweet your pictures and comments with the hashtag HMP13, and remember to download our downloadable awards program. You'll find links to all the cases, explanations of the categories, and links to the winners. And additionally, an opportunity to donate and support an author for $35, 2 authors for $70, as well as a variety of other categories. Now, next, we've got our country winners. So we are truly global now. It's quite amazing. And the diversity and depth and breadth that this brings to our project, there's nothing else I can say, but we're just so lucky to have these winners in our pool of Hot Mamas Project cases. So let's meet our 2012-2013 country winners for the Hot Mamas Project Global Case Study Competition.
Ain't nothing better than watching you smile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't nothing better than watching you laugh out loud, my baby. Ain't nothing better than watching you be you. Ain't nothing better than right now. In your your eyes lie the secrets I don't wanna miss. Put your hand in my hand and make a fist. Grab my shirt, curl your lip as if you know. Staring back in my eyes saying please don't go. I don't know what I know, what I know, what I know what it is.
Next, we'll hear from Katherine Johnson. Katherine was one of our judges this past year, and she'll also be giving us a little bit of her wisdom as our guest speaker in our global web telecast this year. Now, what she'll be doing is giving us some pointers before introing our top global winner for the 2012-13 Hot Mommas Project case study competition. Katherine has had a long career in media, working for Turner, Oprah Winfrey Network, and other media powerhouses. We're very lucky at the Hot Mommas Project to call her not only a judge, but a supporter, a friend, and an advisor. So now I'd like to turn it over to Katherine Johnson, who will be our guest speaker today, before introducing our overall winner for our contest this year. Thanks, Katherine.
Hi, this is Katherine Johnson. I was honored to serve as a judge this year for the Hot Mommas Project case study competition. I'm also very fortunate to be a friend of Kathy Corman Frey, the founder of the Hot Mommas Project. Kathy is a friend from business school. She is an incredible mentor, an incredible entrepreneur, and someone that the George Washington School of Business is very lucky to have as a woman, a strong woman who really leads the charge in helping other women find mentors and realize their full potential and success. Being a mentor has always been incredibly important to me. I would say that I did not have as many mentors throughout my career as I could have or as I would have liked to have had. I think that there is no doubt, and the research certainly proves it out, that people that have mentors and that are able to draw on that are more successful. And I would say if there's one piece of advice that I would give to young women as they're starting their careers, or even young women that are in their institutions of higher learning, it is really think about networking and really think about building that network of mentors and people that you can go to. And it doesn't necessarily need to be people that are far advanced or way ahead of you in your career. It can just be women that are your peers, that are slightly ahead of you, people that you respect, women and men for that matter, who can really help advise you and point you in the right direction as different opportunities come your way. So I had a fantastic career and still enjoying one. I think that the Hot Mommas Project is especially near and dear to my heart because work-life balance is something that comes up quite often and is something that I myself struggle with and think about all the time. I'm a mother of 2 young children, and I have enjoyed a fantastic career in corporate America in the entertainment and media world. I've worked for over 15 years at Time Warner. I worked at U.S. News and World Report as their director of strategic marketing. I ran integrated marketing for the Oprah Winfrey Network, and most recently I've been doing independent consulting, which has been fantastic, so that I could really be home a bit more with my children. So I would say you can have a wonderful career. You can definitely get to where you need to be. You can enjoy success, but you do need to think through all of the issues that you're going to encounter along the way and try your best to prepare for those and really think about what is going to work best for you and what your overall goals in life are, ranging from your personal life, your family life, and your work life, of course, included. So thanks, Kathy, for having me. Thank you for letting me be a judge this year and be involved in the project. I could not be more proud to be associated with this, and the ability to read these stories this year inspired me. It moved me. It made me want to be a better person and really, continue to work hard and, change the world in my own way. And I love all these women, and I really hope that you will try to reach more women through this project. I hope that you watching at home will read every single story and get the same sense of joy and inspiration that I have gotten from all of them. So thank you you again, Kathy. Thank you, Hot Mamas Project, and congratulations to each and every winner. I look forward to hearing more from all of you. Okay, thanks. I was honored to serve as a judge in this year's case study competition, and I'm even more honored to introduce the winner, Michelle Locken. She is a true story of persevering under incredible stress and turning your life around despite tragedy. And there could not be a better representation of the Hot Mamas Case Study Project than Michelle. So without further ado, here's Michelle's story.
What inspired me to write my case study was the lack of my own role models and the realization that young women need real women, real life examples of work, of business, and of family, and how to achieve success and balance in all of these fields. And I realized that I myself was limited in those things, in these role models, and I thought that, you know what, I have a voice and I have a story to share, and I have made mistakes as well that I hope would encourage women to see that you can still achieve the goals that you've always had for yourself and the vision that you've had for your future. And so I decided to craft my case, and here I am today to show that there is a voice for this, and it serves a greater purpose. I'd like to thank some people and some organizations that were very instrumental in helping me achieve this huge goal and attain this incredible recognition. I'd like to thank the Microskills and City of Toronto Self-Employment Programs for supporting me by giving me the space to write my business plans, by giving me the support I needed and the guidance as I went along, and also providing resources that a new entrepreneur would need in order to really take this very seriously. I'd like to thank Linda Ruddy, a business mentor and a real-life example for which I'm building my business from. She has built a model off of the same exact business that I do and has set an example for me to follow. And I'm very grateful for her being in my life and the role that she's played. I'd also like to thank Reva Seth from themomshift.com. She is the first person who inspired me to talk about my story and to look at it as in a different way, rather than being something that it's just shared within my own circle, to open up and share with others. And I would like to thank her very much for that. I'd like to thank Play Creative Concepts and Tracy Isidore, the owner of this small business, who has always helped me to just look and feel my best in all situations, and especially as an entrepreneur with networking and just helping me expand and develop myself. And I'd like to thank her for that. Of course, I'd like to thank my parents for being a great example of commitment to parenthood. It has changed my life. I never realized the value of it as a youth going through it, of course, and the commitment and sacrifices that they've made for me. But now as a mother, I really appreciate everything that they've done to help me become the woman I am today and the mother I am today. And of course, I'd like to thank my children, the real reason why I started my business, completely changing my career goals from being something corporate and executive. I mean, nothing is wrong with that, but because of them, opened my mind to the possibility of starting a business and actually doing it. And I'd like to thank each of them for that gift in my life. I'd also like to thank Adrian Hull, who's been a great supporter of my work and of my family. Thank you very much. And of course, I'd have to thank the Hot Mamas Project and the judges panel for awarding me the first place global winner of this case study competition. This has been life transforming for me, and I still am grasping the vastness of this award and the potential impact that I have or can make globally for young women around the world. This has truly been a boost to my own self-confidence and has put me in a position to meet people that I never thought I would have had the opportunity to meet. So I'd like to thank you very much for reading my selection and for judging it in this way. It is truly an honor. And the last message I'd just like to leave for young women coming up is that, you know, if you lacked role models or leadership as you were going along, or, you know, just couldn't find guidance and direction no matter where you are, I just wanted to say that you've made the best decision so far and that you're still here and that you can turn your life into whatever you really want it to be. You just have to be able to find help when you need it and access the resources that are available to you through community projects, through your governments, through your neighborhoods, through your own network. You have countless opportunities ahead of you, and I just want to encourage you not to give up, not to think of yourself in a negative way, but to know that you have a huge contribution to make. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Michelle. That was absolutely wonderful and brave. And I don't know what you all are doing, but there might not be a dry eye in the house right now. That was incredibly inspiring. Hannah warned me about this, and she said that speaking with you has been truly inspirational, and reading your case was really a moving time for us at the project, and it's great to see you as the overall winner for us this year. Thank you. Now, it's time to wind things down, and as we do, I would like to take a minute and acknowledge all of the authors who took the time to write their cases, but particularly the finalists whose cases scored high enough to make it into the finals round. You'll see their names on the screen now, and you will also find links to their cases in the downloadable awards brochure, which I've mentioned quite a few times during this webcast, and I really would like you all to take a look at it. There's some great cases to read, and an extra little tidbit here. Many of the finalists and most of our winners have submitted videos, so you'll be able to really learn about these authors by seeing some of their video clips and sharing some additional information about themselves beyond the case. Now, as I think about today, we all see that this is really about sharing, connecting. It's about mentoring and role modeling. And it's because research shows us how critically important this is. It shows us that when we act as mentors, we help someone become more successful. And why do we care if that person is more successful? Because it helps our economies, from the corporation to the country itself. If the data were not there, perhaps this project would not be as successful and far-reaching as it is. But the data is there, and we would not be the world's largest women's case study library without you. So thank you. With all of our hands in together, we have grown, we have become global, and we are a digital democracy. Thank you so much for your help. And now we will end, as we began, with a closing from Rebecca Cooper, who is our supporter and friend. Thank you so much.
This has been a day of mentoring and role models on a global level. It's going beyond education to making a connection. Knowing there are people out there teaching us how to do it is an astounding step forward. It needed to happen, and it harkens back to the oral history traditions of so many cultures, but updates that with a technological twist. The Hot Mommas Project creates a digital democracy among us all, across neighborhoods and even oceans. Thank you, authors, judges, supporters, and followers of this project, for your important efforts. We'll conclude with a video, and be sure to stick around afterwards. There might be some nice messages there for you Hot Mommas out there today.
Family on a church Sunday, a perfect quiet when there's nothing to say, 'cause everything's right when you live in the good Lord's grace. These are a few of the things that bring a smile to my face, and these memories can't be erased, 'cause I love it that way. It's just magical, this much is understood, anything's possible when it's crazy good, it's unbelievable. When it's crazy good, it's unbelievable. You gotta take a look, don't hold back, it'll happen, but you know you should. Oh, anything's possible, it's crazy good, don't hold back, it'll happen, but you know you should. Crazy good.
Congratulations to all the authors.
I'm Rim Siam, Egyptian entrepreneur, governor advisor, and founder of Women Engaging in Bridge Building in the Middle East. Honored to be senior country manager of the Hot Mommas project in the Middle East and help not only filling educational gap, but also bridging cultural gap. Winners, I'm very happy to know about your achievements of receiving the Hot Mommas Project Awards. Feeling proud of the Middle Eastern winners and hope many success stories to come in the future.